met a gypsy.
Yes. And when I was younger, I'm like, there's no way I'm living past 40. Like, I just constantly thought that, which is kind of odd, but I was like, man, I just was down this path of doing all this stuff. And I didn't think about the future. And then as I had kids, I'm like, man, like my body, I've like broke so many bones, lost organs, and have all this metal in my body. And I'm like, dude, hopefully I can, you know, still live a long life to see my kids have
It's crazy
kids, you
the
know?
shape you're in.
Yeah.
Like right now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. I watched that video of Travis that he put
Yeah.
out recently. I felt...
You guys even understand?
Bro, I felt...
the body he has underneath his skin.
I feel terrible for him.
Yeah.
You know, like he's the fucking nicest guy.
Yeah, so nice.
And he pushed and pushed for us.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Like he did that for like this, what he did for our generation and what he did for like thousands and I mean, you as well.
Yeah.
You know, like thousands of people. And now he's going to really struggle.
Yeah,
like,
he's
for
in
a
his
long
40s, I would say, because I think he was like...
He's a little bit younger than you, eh?
10 years younger than me,
really?
bro. I'm 50. Yeah, like, he's probably young 40s. So I've looked at his x-rays, and, you know, my x-rays are gnarly, but his are, like, probably times 4 or 5 of mine.
Really?
Yeah. It, like, just Google it. And this dude, like, he's probably the gnarliest guy I know, like, hands down. Like,
have to be.
Yeah. I don't know military guys. I'm sure there's guys that are, like, next level, but, like, I just, as far as action sports goes, I think he's the gnarliest guy I've ever seen or met as far as pushing the limits, doing things that you would never think are possible, risking his life over and over and over. And yeah, he's got a lot of metal in his body, dude. A lot. And so hopefully the technologies keep coming and things can get fixed easier, you know, and that's, you know, what I'm saying with health and surgeries and with 3D printing and all that, maybe they're able to like, you know, non-invasive kind. For me, if you ever had an injury, if you're broken bones and you have metal in your body, for me, the best thing I ever did was get all the metal taken out of my body.
Really?
Oh, dude. Like I could barely walk. I had a plate and pins in my hip. I had in my ankle. I had in my shoulder. So anyway, I had one surgery and it was an old video. I filmed it and they took all the metal out in one surgery, and the doctor's like, "You really want to do all that in one surgery?" I'm like, "Dude, just do it," because I'm like, I don't want to keep coming back.
Yeah, you don't want to keep coming in here. Yeah.
So he is like pounding. It's when you go into surgery, you look at the table. Like I hate doing that, but you look at the tray. I wish they would not have it in there before you get put under.
Yeah, bro, it's like a torture chamber.
Yeah, because literally before I get put under, I'm like, and I always tell them like, okay, when I do anesthesia, like let me chill for a little while, right? Because they put you like on this like funky like thing that calms you and you're just chilling, and like I'm like, it's kind of a cool feeling, you know, just chilling, and then you look over, you're like, bro, there's like drills and hammers and chisels and scissors and all this stuff on the plate. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. Like they're gonna start drilling. So anyhow, he cut my leg open and had this long chisel. Bang, bang, bang with a hammer and starts popping on the plate that was bones growing over this plate and pops it out of my hip and thing goes flying across the room. And so he got all that out. The only thing they couldn't take out, I still have a rod in my humerus from 99. I got landed on in Supercross and broke my arm. Most of my injuries came from freestyle motocross, 100%. That's where, because we were the guinea pigs. We created the sport. There's no foam pits back then. It was straight to dirt. Dude, I broke so many bones just trying to like win and trying to like innovate, because you won events by innovating new tricks. So, but anyhow, so my point with health is metal, I don't feel belongs in your body at all. And the doctors will say, oh, it's fine, titanium. I'm like, man, I just don't like, it feels so much better without the metal in my body.
So you could actually feel better. How long did it take to start feeling better?
I'd say within 6 months to a year.
What was the difference? I
could walk fine. Like I all of a sudden went back I used to walk with a bad limp. And I couldn't jog. I couldn't, none of that, you know, because that plate and pin, I had a bolt in my hip through the bone, through my femur into my hip. And so I really struggled to walk, and it gave me a gnarly like pain in that joint. And so it took about 6 months to a year, and I was back to like, I think they're made to heal. Like your body heals itself. Yeah. It really does. So as long as you're putting good stuff in your body and you're active, your body's going to do pretty good.
Yeah.
Your body's made to move. If you don't move, your body will deteriorate and die.
Yeah, movement is medicine.
Yes, and that's what I learned over time. And we have plants in our house, and I feel like that's important for the kids to see. Like, I want my kids to water the plants. I want them to see growth, because I'm like, your body is very close to what a plant is.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if you're gonna go put a soda in that plant, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
it's probably ain't gonna live very long, right? And bodies are tough, though. Like, think of what you put in your body, and they still survive. And I think that's the number one problem with this country, is that they're so loose on the laws, and they've allowed all this.
Bro, it's so bad.
So bad. They've allowed all this preservatives, and the preservatives are what causing all the problems with those bodies, right?
Yeah.
You see kids with bloated stomachs now, and they're like, oh, they look like they're fat, but they're not. It's just a bloated stomach. You see it with a lot of kids now. That's just your intestines are that swollen. You have inflammation of the gut that bad.
Yeah.
And that's from preservatives, you know, from the cereals, from all the kids' foods and all the kids' menu they give you. That's all crap. And I can go down that whole road, but I mean, it's obvious. It's common sense, man. But it's hard when you have no other alternative.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.